we headed to the airport, and the car is switching lane. Maybe this is also a turning lane, it seemed like, from here, but it has to go back to that lane. What are you doing here, Beta? It's planning a path here. Okay, there we go. I have minimal lane change on. What is this? Okay, let's see. I have minimal lane change on here. Autopilot. Where is it at? Right, where is that at? Minimal lane change. Oh no, it's off. Oh, I have to turn it on every drive? I had it on last time. When enabled for the limit lane change only to follow navigation when required to. This option gets reset when the car is parked at the end of a drive. That's why, because I had this turned on. Sometimes I just prefer for it to just be in the turning lane, the lane that we're supposed to use on the nav, instead of it trying to overtake the car in front of us. It's just let's see, is a less likelihood of something bad happening, or us Beta getting stuck. Oh no, I'm not gonna make this turn, and then it just goes straight for it to find a different route. We should speed up here. The speed limit to get on the highway, it is not. What are we going right now? 30 miles an hour. I'm just gonna speed it up. Come on, Beta. Wake up, girl. It's 55 miles an hour for the speed limit. So I had a few successful drive with a few customers. I had a couple instances where I had to take over and disengage, just playing it safe, because I have other people in my car. If I was just me doing all of the driving, I would have let it do what it wanted to do, and based on danger level, if I think that it would just go on incoming traffic, I would just step on the brakes and take over. But it's been, for the most part, I think it's been successful in a lot of the driving. Just me playing it safe, and not letting it do whatever it wants to do. This highway build is amazing, man. I love it. It puts a smile on my face every time I'm using it. What's my speed? What am I going? I'm going 60. Okay. Yeah. So we just headed to the airport, and a lot of flights are coming in right now. So we're just gonna go there and try to hopefully pick someone up. I have minimal lane change on, but I don't want to be on this lane. I want to be on that lane. Get me out of the speeding lane. I'm ready to do it. Hurry up. Let's speed up a bit. We have a Model Y catching us. Come on, Model S. We have a Model Y catching us. I've noticed a lot more Teslas the last couple of months, especially Model Ys. They're everywhere here in my state. There's so many. And the same color I have too is blue. Love it. Every time I talk to someone, I always recommend the Model Y to them. Like, that's the best car in terms of value for dollar. That's the best one to get. And they don't have to worry too much about, like my biggest complaint with this car is the yoke steering wheel and the stock. The fact that it doesn't have stocks. That was my biggest complaint. But now that I have the round wheel, I love this thing. If I'm doing all of the driving, or most of the driving, I would prefer to have a round wheel. But what I realized, I might actually go back to the yoke, and I don't like the yoke compared to this round wheel. But when I'm using Beta, because I've gotten Beta, I'm using it more for most of my driving. Even when I'm headed to the store or whatnot, going down the street. The only time I don't use it as much is when I'm picking people up. I don't use it all the time. I might use it 50% of the time, right? But on the highway, I use it all the time. But in the city streets, I might just be taking someone from here to there, like right down the street. So I noticed that the yoke just gives me way much more visibility. Let's say if I have my phone here, I can easily see it without this being a hindrance, blocking my path, and I can see the screen in front of me a lot better and see what Beta is doing. But sometimes I have to like bend down a little bit to see what my speed limit is, or how fast I'm going, or what Beta is saying. The notification I'm getting, you know, when it says changing lanes, stopping for stoplight, that type of thing, I don't really see it because this is blocking my view. The top of the wheel is blocking my view. So I might actually go back to the yoke just because of that reasoning. Depending on how much they charge me to switch the yoke out. If they charge me too much, I might probably try to figure out a way to do it myself, because it's not that complicated to remove the steering wheel. I just don't want to risk breaking anything. But yeah, Beta's doing a great job here on the highway, keeping his distance. What I've noticed, which I love, when there's a truck beside me, it favors a certain lane based depending on which side of the truck is on our vehicle, which side of the truck is on. So I love that fact. Meaning like 24 wheelers, those big boys. Signaling here to get on 62, keeping nice. When I had Navigate on autopilot, the older branch, for some reason I always get confused right there when the lane splits, and sometimes I have to take over to make sure it gets on the right lane. But Beta has been perfect in the last couple of drives going down this road. I do so little now, and I just I love this, guys. I love this. I love this new update. And I am on 11.3.6. The newest software out right now for Beta is 11.4.1 that some of the OG testers are using. I've been trying out, and I've seen a couple of videos, and from what I'm hearing, it's like a mixed bag. They've said there's some regression in certain aspects, but I think with 11.4.2 that will come after that 4.1, they will probably work out those kinks and iron it out a bit, make it a little bit more, better. So I can't wait for that update. I'm excited for it. Hopefully we'll get it soon. Sometimes they take two step forward and then one step back, and that one step back could actually be something major. Right here it's slowing down too hard. That car was exiting, and we're on the highway. Went from, what am I doing right now? I was doing 64, well 60 with the car in front of me, and it dropped all the way down to like low 50s, and there's a car behind me. That's just not smooth. Sometimes it's noticed cars like they already exit, but it might just sees the brake lights, even though they're not even on our lane. It slows down on the highway, so I have to give it gas or acceleration, but to just move forward. And I have to do that sometimes a couple times. I give it once and it still wants to slow down, and I have to do it again until it starts moving forward progressively. That right there, and when it's merging on the highway, they have to work on that merging, or trying to get on the on-ramp. When I had an instance, I hope I captured that, but I'm not too sure. When I had an instance where cars, I'm merging, I'm trying to get on the ramp, and then there are cars exiting from a different ramp, trying to merge into the lane that I was in to get on that highway that I was on, right? And I don't trust Beta right there at all. I have to like always take over. Even if there are no cars around, it will not even try to exit. It will signal, and I'm looking at the blue line, the intention, see what it wants to do, but it just has it going forward, and I have to take over to try to exit. So right there, they have to, you know, there's some work left on the highway branch, and they should have it also when we are merging on the highway. It should always signal. Beta signal sometimes for the dumbest reasons. It's not even changing lanes, or there's no what is it? You know, we're not making a right or left turn, anything like that. It's just the road is kind of curved, and then they would just signal. Like in my neighborhood, there's nothing there to signal. We're just getting out of my neighborhood, and they would just start signaling for no reason. Man, look at this, man. I'm just driving, just chilling. Not driving, I'm just chilling. Sorry, Beta, I wasn't driving. You doing the driving. Just chilling here, and the car is just taking me to my destination, man. Again, we're headed to the airport here. I wonder if my experience is similar to most people in, you know, out of state, like in different states. Because I've heard, well, even Elon said it, that Beta works a lot better in the Bay Area in California than it does anywhere else. Because that's pretty much where it started, and they have a lot of data up there that they've collected throughout the years. So it works a lot better there than it does here. Most of the engineers are over there. But I wonder how it works, you know, in Pennsylvania or like even New York. You know, New York I know is it's hard to drive in New York. I wonder how it works there. You know, downtown Baltimore, Boston, those type of locations. And, you know, maybe in Texas it works really great, really well, because Elon is down there, and there's a lot of open roads, not as tight. I don't know how downtown like Houston or Dallas is. So people that live in those states, you know, how does Beta work in your city? You know, is everyone having the same problems, similar problems as you know, like as I'm having, like some of my complaints, where merging, or when it gets into neighborhoods, you know, with houses and condos or apartments, it just wants to like speed up, go whatever speed it was going before it got into the neighborhoods. Like where I live, it would just go 30 something miles an hour, 33 miles an hour, instead of just it going the speed limit, which is 10 or 15 miles an hour, right? I mean, my one recommendation for that is just a safety issue, because there will be kids. Look at this, there's a car in front of us, it knows that it's slowing down here to get behind the car. Well, not in front of us, but on the lane that we're trying to get on. It slowed down and got right behind them, and then we're exiting here. Man, this is just amazing. It's amazing. So Beta has impressed me a lot this update. Nope. It just slammed on the brakes right there. It tried to go around these cars in front of us. As soon as I give it compliments, it always wants to like, nope, why are you complimenting me? Stop it. Yeah, it wanted to go around these cars here, and just slammed on the brakes. Like situation like that, if I had someone in my car, I feel so bad. That's why sometimes I have to like take over to make sure it's not uncomfortable for them in the vehicle. But overall, it's been doing a great job. Yeah, how is it for you guys? How is Beta for you guys? Are you guys having the same problems? Oh man, sometimes I don't even notice the thing blinking to let me know to apply pressure on the wheel. On my Model 3, it was like a blue line, or blue little